Police across Metro Atlanta urging parents and others to help keep children safe and out of trouble this summer. Atlanta launching an ambitious program to curb youth violence.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker on the 17th Street Bridge in Midtown. And Don, you've covered deadly violence on that very bridge.
Exactly. I want to say it was just about 3 years ago, a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old killed in a shooting here. And police say that other teens were involved in that shooting. So the goal with all of this is to keep those teens safe. Now, there's key ways to do that. That's with summer youth programs. Take a look at this stat right here. It is troubling. Atlanta police data show that in 2024, officers arrested 685 kids ages, listen to this, 17 to 9 years old for criminal activity. So one element here to avoid an interaction with law enforcement is employment. The city offering a summer youth employment and training program, which actually saw more than 6,000 signups last summer alone. Parents worry, and we chatted with an Atlanta father who has adult kids now. He says he worked hard to keep his children busy during the summer months.
If you bring them together, then we can plan activities like sports and arts, theater, because different kids would have different interests, and you need to cater to those interests as opposed to us telling them what to do.
In the city noting that a lot of those programs are actually free for parents and kids. As far as the summer employment program, we have a link on how you can get involved on our website right now. We're live in Midtown. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.